Welcome everybody to a Get Some Games E3 2016 press conference reactions video. This video we're talking about Bethesda and what they talked about at their press conference. Give me just really quick just like a, what's the word I'm looking for?
General
here?
thought.
Yeah, like a really quick summary, like not even a summary, just reactions. Like, what do you think? Really quick. Was it good? Bad?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
Nothing really blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Like,
we knew everything except for Quake, for sure.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, and the leaks didn't help. Like the Skyrim remaster, until that leaked, there wasn't really like any kind of
proof.
Yeah, like not proof or like not even really a rumor. Like it was more like obviously people want this, but there was never any like, oh my god, they're actually working on this until it leaked like just a couple days beforehand. But yeah, Quake was like the big one, and then they opened with that.
And Prey out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, and Prey.
Yeah,
that was the other one. So Jersey, what about you? You think like it was just pretty good? Did you think it was amazing?
I didn't think it was amazing, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, especially after EA's quote unquote conference.
Yeah.
It was a good end to the first day of. Even though E3 started Monday, I'm still gonna consider these two conferences as part of E3 because they're literally the day before.
Yeah, like technically EA's wasn't part of E3, but it,
yeah, community says it is.
Yeah, but Bethesda, that is like their E3 conference, like because technically E3 doesn't start until Tuesday. Like Monday is considered day 0 of E3, but that's the day that everyone really cares about. So yeah, like after they completely revealed the new Quake Champions, it's made by id, which is a huge news that Bethesda got the rights to this game. They got the OG development team, it's id, but I doubt it's all the same people. But there are definitely some like OG guys there, which is awesome. That with what they just did with Doom, like
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So that game is gonna be great. I'm sure, like with Wolfenstein and Doom, like Bethesda's really getting behind these kind of games. And then they went to Skyrim Remastered, which I mean, the leak obviously ruined this, but if this would have came out of nowhere, this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. With mod support too.
Yeah,
it's amazing because I have Skyrim for 360 and also for PC because of the mods. And when I saw the trailer, They don't know. So anyway, dang it. When I was watching the trailer cut out for me. So I had to rewatch the trailer. I can't speak English. I had to rewatch the trailer later on, after the conference to see, and I was amazed because it looked like it was one of those mods that you see, like the EMB lighting mods and like the floral rehaul mod. Just to see like the inspiration that they took from the modding community and implemented into the game already. It looks amazing. Like you have HD water textures, which is a thing that we've had on the PC version. Thank you, on PC version through mods. So the one thing I'm really hopeful for is some of the mods that I have on my PC that I can get. Also, if the developers of the mods are willing to put it onto Bethesda's website, so that way you can download them through to the console.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm sure they're gonna do. I haven't played Fallout 4 on Xbox One, so I don't know how they do the whole mods thing through the console. But I'm sure it's really, what's the word, supervised and stuff. So I'm sure, and it'll be really official and official and easy because console gamers and PC gamers are totally different. So I'm sure it's really streamlined menus of here's this mod, this is what it does, and just this is where you download it. I'm sure PC is really easy.
Yeah, and the thing is, so you don't need a mod manager either, because that's one thing about modding for PC is you can download mods through the mod manager and it'll help you install them and stuff like that. Or you can install them manually too, but Skyrim's better off if you have a mod manager. The other thing is too, I did hear this is a little. This is still more talking about mods on the consoles itself, because with Fallout 4, I have a friend who told me that there's this one person that does a lot of mods for Fallout 4. and they had their mods stolen from the website Nexus and put on Bethesda's website as like if they published a mod. And the person afterwards started taking all the mods off the Nexus website. So I'm hoping that with Skyrim, people are not as
piratey.
I guess you could say piratey. I don't know. But yeah, I hope people don't do that because that's really stupid. It's like because the real people, the people that usually don't play PC games as it is, you know, they're not going to know that the person didn't actually make the mod. That they're just taking. That's plagiarism.
Yeah.
Right there, that's just straight up plagiarism. So I'm just hopeful that they have something that can like, you know, make sure that the person's mod is legit and not one that's stolen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the mods I'd say is definitely like the biggest part of the game, or like the biggest part of the remaster. Besides, like, I mean, I guess
the
it's the fact that
overhaul.
we're getting getting the game itself is obviously massive. Some people, you know, because the internet can never be happy. Some people are like kind of upset that it's not Morrowind or Oblivion, which like. I don't know. Skyrim is like clearly the bigger game of the three, so I see why they want like not bigger. I mean, it is literally bigger, but like just more, you know, more popular and like it's sold. I'm sure it sold way more copies. I wouldn't be surprised if Skyrim sold more than the other two combined.
I mean, I would love to have Morrowind or Oblivion remastered, but yeah, Skyrim is the easier one to do. I mean, Oblivion would be easy to do too, because it uses the same engine as Skyrim. Morrowind, I don't think it's part of the same engine. So they would have to literally do an overhaul completely from the ground up if they plan to do the same exact like play style as Morrowind. And I'm not sure if that engine would be able to take handle what are even the current engine that Bethesda's using right now. Not sure if we'll be able to handle it. So
and then we got a release date for it, which I don't remember what it is. I gotta look.
I think it's October or something.
Yeah, October 28th.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's coming October 28th to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, they went to Fallout Shelter. And Fallout Shelter is coming to PC. It's getting a quest and a combat system.
Yeah.
So, like...
Fallout Shelter is getting a major overhaul.
Yeah, and it's, like, just...
Because it wasn't bad, because I have Fallout Shelter on my phone. It's not bad. Maintaining the vault's pretty cool. But being able to actually go out and explore, that's really awesome. So it just adds more depth to the game and adds more stuff you could do.
And then after Fallout Shelter, like they really vague trailer. We had no idea what it was, and then at the very end, the words "Prey" popped up. Like that was, I don't know. I didn't see that coming at all. And it's not even Prey 2, which was leaked beforehand. It was Prey 2, but it's just Prey. Like there's only been one game, and they're already rebooting the franchise, which I think is a good move. Because I think like, I don't know. It's not like Prey was massive, and now to get Prey 2 so many years later, like
the way people are, they're not gonna go back to play an Xbox launch window game.
No.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely a good move to just put out Prey again, like, and it looked like it had a different vibe. Like it
looked more horror-esque than like the first one.
Yeah, like they're definitely starting fresh with it, and I think that's a good idea. Because like if it was Prey 2, I wouldn't nearly have as much interest in it. But the fact that it's basically a new thing, like that gets me excited. That along with Quake were definitely the two biggest new announcements. Because from there they went with Doom DLC, which was all multiplayer DLC. They did confirm that there's going to be single player DLC, but they really just talked about the multiplayer DLC. And I think most people that like and play Doom, the new Doom, they don't really care about the multiplayer that much. Everyone talks about how great the single player is. And then another game that I know you're excited about, Jersey, is they talked about Elder Scrolls Legends.
Yes.
The card game. So they showed a lot. They're really going.
They did.
Giving Hearthstone some competition.
Yeah. I'm starting to really like card games. So I play Magic and Pokemon. So being able to actually play a Elder Scrolls-esque game, which is a universe that I really like, because it was Elder Scrolls. Well, they actually did that. That was the second thing that they covered, Elder Scrolls Legends, and then towards the end they covered Elder Scrolls Online with the Dark Brotherhood DLC.
Oh yeah.
And then from there.
Well, hold on. The Dark Brotherhood DLC looked awesome. Like, Dark Brotherhood was one of my favorite, like, guilds or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, it's a guild.
Yeah, in Oblivion. And, like, they had the coolest quest in Oblivion, at least in Skyrim. It was kind of lackluster, but Oblivion was awesome. So, like, I don't play Elder Scrolls Online, but to see them add such a huge Dark Brotherhood presence is, like, really cool.
Yeah. I sadly don't have any of the DLC because the first DLC that they had was the Imperial City DLC because you couldn't get into the Imperial City beforehand, but now you can, and they had a bunch of other things like you could fight Daedra, and then you could fight all the other alliances within the Imperial City as well. And then the second DLC that they released was based off the Thieves Guild. So they had a whole Thieves Guild quest line, and then they added like special skill lines for sneaking and I think stealing and stuff like that. And then now you got the Dark Brotherhood. So, which I mean, it looks pretty cool. Like I kind of plan to get back into it. I actually have a few friends that might get back into it.
Yeah, hopefully the Dark Brotherhood stuff is like more like Oblivion, unless like Skyrim, especially in like an MMORPG. I don't really know. You can't. It'd be hard to like build a quest like an assassin quest against like a real person, but they could still. I'm sure they could pull it off and do some cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
And then lastly, they just talked about Dishonored 2 for like a really long time.
More than needed to be.
Yeah, they're like, going all in with that game.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, it doesn't look bad. I never played the first Dishonored.
Very good.
I heard it was very good. But yeah, I agree. I think actually Sean and Weave agree that it went on a little too long. Like, yeah, it just went on too long.
Yeah, like there should that's their big holiday game. I don't think they have anything else coming out this holiday. So they're going all in on that. People really like Dishonored. They showed it for like a long time.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, like 15, 20 minutes. So the game looks great, but we've seen enough at this point. They kept saying like, and now we want to show you this level, and now we have this trailer.
Yeah, they spoiled the whole game for us.
Yeah, so like enough is enough with that game. It's great. Just wait and let us play it ourselves now.
And technically, I saw it more than you guys because each time I had to rebuffer.
Oh yeah,
that stupid stream. You want to know what commercial they kept playing? Dishonored 2. It was the same exact commercial too. So I saw the Dishonored commercial at least 5 times more. So I saw more Dishonored 2 than anybody in this room right now.
Yeah, they're sponsoring their own press conference
through the Twitch. Yeah,
with Dishonored
2. Like I understand, it's their company, and
yeah,
their advertisements are going to them anyway. So it's kind of like, it's weird because they're watching their stream, then you have their advertisements. So they're so making money. It's like they're paying money to be making money on their own stream. It's kind of funny. It's like literally like the same money that they have, it's coming back to them. So I mean. That at the very least, this was the second conference at E3. So at the very least, they absolutely destroyed EA. Oh, hands down, yes.
Yeah.
But as you'll hear in other videos, like whether or not they were the best conference of the show, we'll talk about the other conferences in other videos that we're doing with the same kind of style. But overall, I think it was great. Like they showed a lot of stuff that we already know about, a lot of trailers for games that we already know about. But they at least had 2 really big new games with Prey and Quake. No new IP, but pretty much reboots of huge things. Prey might as well be a new IP because there's only been one game and they're already rebooting it.
Yeah.
But I love that Bethesda's just like a huge powerhouse publisher, and like they're not just like the company that makes Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like they have all these games. They have like just some like not the same amount of games as like a Ubisoft or an Activision, but they can be like up in that upper echelon category.
Yeah, it's better too for them because like you can clearly tell that they love the work that they put into games. That's here. You can clearly tell that.
Yeah.
And they adore their fans. Like Todd Howard, like he seems like he's a pretty amazing guy, like a guy that can literally just like sit down and talk to him for hours, just about awesome. Like anything, and he seems like a really genuine guy. And I feel that kind of reflects on the whole company of Bethesda too.
I agree, definitely.
Because they do listen to their fans, or they mostly listen. A lot of times they listen to their fans. So, yeah.
All right, well, that's basically it. Thanks for listening. Let us know in the comments what you thought about Bethesda's conference and how it compared to other companies' conferences. And if you like this video, please give us a subscribe on YouTube, and just keep coming back for more here on Get Some Games.